Okay, so what we're doing today is I'm going to show you how to do what I call the AI customer magnet. And it is going to help you to write copy that's going to attract your ideal customer. So if you can, let me know in the chat if you should know who your ideal customer is. And that's why this is so important, is that everything's based on that, including the way that you talk to your customers in social media and email. So I'm going to show you how I do that today. Let me just pull up my slides here. And we're using this new thing called Tumble instead of Zoom. So hopefully it works okay for you guys and you can see my screen there. I'm not going to do present mode because that can mess things up. So here's what I want you to keep in mind while we're going over all of this stuff. I just had this epiphany the other day that here I am using AI all day, every day, and I haven't done any trainings on it. So basically what I'm doing is I'm pivoting everything that I'm doing to involve AI going forward, because I'm literally on it all day, every day, using it to write copy and do pretty much everything that I do. And my husband's the same way. And we were having a conversation and I thought, oh my gosh, I did not even think to teach this yet. So I want you to know that you're not behind. The people that are now, AI's been around for probably a little over a year, but just in the last like 5, 6 months, it's really gotten so much better. And there's so many cool things you can do with it. So what I'm going to do is start teaching AI things, and we're going to kind of flip everything on its head. So I'll show you how we're going to do that in this training. So today we're going to talk about how to clone your dream customer. And it's really cool. It kind of blew my mind when I first saw it. So you're going to be like, wow. What we're going to do is figure out who your customer is. So write that down, put it in the chat. For most of you, it's probably 25 to 40, or it's 35 to 55 if you're doing women. It depends on what you're selling, really. So I want you to keep that in mind. We're going to talk about how to hit the emotions when you're selling. And when I first started, I had no idea how important this was. I would just write. And now I did 7 figures in sales without knowing this, but it's become like things have evolved to where you have to understand how to hit their emotions to get people. Now, I've always said it's a relationship business. This whole thing is a relationship business. You and I, but you and your customers also. And so the ladies that are doing really well with their businesses are the ones that are building relationships. So it's not always about selling things. In fact, that is your goal, but that's kind of your internal goal, right? Your external goal has got to be to build a relationship with the people that are in your circle. And so that is how, whenever I hear that someone say, oh, the boutique market's saturated, and I've been having a lot of ladies tell me that lately. My daughter said that there are too many boutiques out there. And my friends say that my clothing is too expensive and it's not going to sell. And I literally had a lady invest quite a bit of money a few weeks ago, and in less than 7 days, she like crashed out and quit the business and said it wasn't going to work and did not even try. And those were 2 things that she said to me. 1, her daughter said that the boutique market's saturated. 2, my friends say the clothing's too expensive. Now, the way to overcome that is with relationships, right? And to realize that not everybody is your customer. And I was just talking to Stephanie. Stephanie's a private client of mine. She's doing multiple thousands a month in sales now. And I was just talking to her yesterday about, she said that she had someone come in Now she's opened a storefront since we started working together. She started out just buying like the dropship store setup. Now she's got a store, like a brick and mortar, and she's got her online, and she did an ebook. I mean, she's doing some cool stuff, right? But we were talking about, she said that she had someone come in and say, oh, this top is $35. Wow, that's really too much for me. And instead of questioning like her whole entire business model, Stephanie just kind of smiled and, said something polite. And then we talked about the fact that that lady just is not her customer. And that's okay. That's okay. That's not her customer. Right. And so if someone's telling you your products are too expensive, they may not be your customer. And that's okay. And so what we're doing here is we're building the relationship with the people that are our customers. And that's what the big boutiques are doing. That's how they're continuing to increase their sales. And anyone that's not embracing AI right now, or at least starting to notice it, is going to get left behind. And so that's what we're talking about here in this workshop. So I want you to keep in mind that we all know this. Boutique market isn't dead, but Facebook, social media is unpredictable. So things that didn't work last year are suddenly working this year. My groups are dead. Groups that I've had, they have thousands of people in them. They're dead. And there's not really a lot you can do with it right now, right? It's just a lull. But thankfully, groups aren't the only way that I sell. So that's why you have to cast a wide net, and you have to realize that you can't control certain things, but you can control others. And so right now, what is working is speaking emotionally, getting that emotional connection to people. And I've tested this, and it's very interesting, the different angles that you can take in your marketing and how it hits the person that you're talking to. And certain ways of talking to them makes them engage more than others. So it's very interesting. And even right now, with social media, we're seeing that video, it doesn't matter how many followers you have. It's video, video, video. And sometimes it tells me short videos. It tells me, oh, do more short videos. Those are getting, every single day, Facebook tells me a different thing. So like today it said my photos are getting the most engagement. I should do more of that. Yesterday it said my texts were getting more engagement. I should do more texts. And so it's like you could lose your mind. So if you just focus on this one thing, getting the relationship built, and just do a little bit of everything, that's what's working right now. So we're calling this person Ashley because you have to pick a name. So you can name your AI magnet, whatever you want to name it. And we're going to create this person. So if you don't have a Chat GPT account, you're going to want to create that, just a free account. And you're going to want to do that because I'm giving you the prompts in that document that I pasted into the chat. So this is where you have to know who your customer is. So like we talked about, Ashley, our fake customer, she is not buying clothes based on, okay, if she's buying clothes based on price, she's not really your customer, right? She's a price shopper. So your actual customer, like your long-term customers, like Sheila will hold up a top and they'll say they want it and she hasn't even said what price, right? And that happened years ago. We were talking about that happening. And it's because they have the relationship with her. They're buying confidence. They know, they like her style. They like the products that she offers. And they're buying the confidence that they get when they wear the clothing, right? And a lot of ladies buy for compliments, right? So they're not buying. So if you're competing on price, you're just never going to win, right? And so we're going to compete based on emotion. And so I'm going to copy this, and this is, now you're going to fill this in, and you're going to use your own customer. So you're going to take this and you're going to say, let's say you're, hold on, let me go look at Susie. What did you say your customer was? 25 to 40 modest. So you would write, pick an age, like 42, a busy mom. Just give it a little bit of information. Think of, and this is very interesting. Back in 2019, when I first started doing coaching, I had a coach myself, and we were talking about this. And did you know that Lululemon has a customer that they do everything based upon? I can't remember her name now. It's like Star or something like that. And everything that Lululemon does is, would she wear this? Would she like this? And so they have basically a fake customer persona. And so that's kind of what we're doing here. So we're saying, act as my dream customer, Ashley. She's 32. She values comfort, soft elegance, subtle confidence. I'll give you a product. Tell me what she would feel about it, what objections she might have, and what would make her say yes to buying it. Now, I think I have the $20. I have the plus, but you should be able to. This is just 4.0. This is the basic Chat GPT. Okay, so it's going to say, it's basically giving me a prompt now. When you give me the product, I'll respond as Ashley and I'll break down how she'll feel about it, what might stop me from buying it, and what would push me to say yes right now. Okay, so we're going to go back to we talked about this a little bit, right? She's not buying a top, she's buying relief. She's not buying earrings, she's buying a compliment at car pickup. So I'm going to give a product. I'm just going to make one up. So I'm going to say, I'm going to think of a top that I have. It's an off-shoulder floral print top with long sleeves. Now I'm giving it a lot of detail. But you don't have to give it all that. Okay, perfect. Stepping into Ashley's mindset now. Here's how she'd respond. Oh, this is cute. Okay, it makes me feel feminine. I love that it's off shoulder. Long sleeves are perfect. I'm always cold chasing my kids around. Honestly, I feel pretty in this without trying too hard. It looks like something I could wear on a casual date night or to brunch with my mom friends and still feel put together. However, this could stop me from buying it. So this is going to help you understand your customer. Is it going to fall down? I don't want to have to be adjusting it all day. Is it flattering? I'm not 22 anymore. I've had babies. I want to feel cute. That's a huge deal. The clingy, like the spandex stuff. What do I even wear it with? Okay, so that gives me an idea. Like you could do a collage post, right? Like put the top with some jeans, make a cute little collage post. Is it soft? I can't see anything itchy. Okay, that's really interesting. What would make me say yes right now? Telling me it's soft and won't slide down. Giving me quick outfit ideas, letting me know how easy it is to care for, reminding me how I'll feel wearing it. Okay, isn't that cool? Like stuff maybe that you didn't think of, right? Okay, so next, now you could go on with that prompt, right? You could continue on with this and continue having a conversation and see it's saying, do you want me to write the product description next or a caption? Okay, but we're gonna follow my thing here. So we're gonna tell it next. Okay, we're gonna say, write a short emotional product caption for Ashley based on her values. The product is, I'm just gonna say the top above. Top above. Make her feel like it was made just for her. Oops, sorry guys. I forgot to bring you over here. So basically I just pasted that in there and then I changed it to say the product is the top above. Absolutely. Here's an emotional product caption. You're not trying to be the center of attention, but you still deserve to feel beautiful. This off shoulder floral top is for the mom always doing everything for everyone else and just wants one thing. Whoa, you don't need ours to look put together. You just need this. Okay, so you could put that literally in your product description on Shopify, right? And you could even say make it longer, add more detail. That's a little bit short. It's not, I mean, it's good enough, right? But you could say expand on that. If you want it to be a little longer, you could say, I want it to be a little longer. You do a million things a day, but none of them are just for you. This off shoulder top was made for the moment you finally pause and choose yourself. Oh my gosh. You're not trying to turn heads. You just want to feel pretty again, comfortable, confident, like the version of you that's still in there beneath the carpool laundry and to-do list. And you deserve that even on a Tuesday, right? And so you copy and paste that and put that into Shopify for your product description. And guess what? Google, all the search engines love you because you have unique copy in there that everyone else doesn't have. So what gets you ranked higher in the SEO is when you have different words on your product descriptions, because when you're pulling in dropship products, everybody has the same exact product description, right? And so you could also, stick that above what's in there already, maybe the technical stuff, and you're adding this above it. So the technical stuff is still there, like what it's made of and all of that stuff, but you have this up there. So not only are you're speaking directly to your customer, but you're also letting the search engines know I'm different, I'm better. So that's awesome. Okay. What do you guys think of that? So next I'm going to put this one. I'm just going to copy and paste it. Help me write a boutique DM that reconnects with Ashley. She liked my post, but didn't buy. Make it friendly, helpful, and connected to her life. All right. So sorry, guys. I keep forgetting to change my tab. So I'm going to get this prompt and I'm going to put it into ChatGPT. And notice I'm using the same chat. You don't have to keep starting new ones. So I'm just pasting that in there. All right, I'm gonna hit go. Okay, here's a warm, non-salesy DM that feels like a real thoughtful message. Hey, Ashley, saw you like the off-shoulder floral top, just had to check in. I totally get how life gets busy, but I couldn't help thinking this top feels like you. No pressure at all. Okay, that sounds a little salesy to me. I don't like if I were making this for my boutique, I would say I don't want to act that, let's see, but I couldn't help thinking that top feels like you. Okay, so she's going to immediately go, I don't even know you, right? So sometimes we have to do a little bit of a redirect. So I'm going to say, let's see, I want this to be personalized for Ashley, oops, but not sound fake or salesy. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, got it. Here's a version that's natural, thoughtful, and genuinely personal without sounding salesy or scripted. Okay, hey Ashley, I noticed that you like the floral off-shoulder top the other day. Couldn't help thinking it's so your vibe. Soft, easy, just the right mix of comfortable and pretty. Honestly, I made pics like that with women like you in mind, the ones juggling a million things, but still wanting to feel like themselves. No rush at all, but if you ever need a second opinion on fit or want help styling it for real life, I'm always here to help. Hope your week's going okay. So, I might clean that up a little bit. Like, I don't know for a fact she has kids because I don't know her. And I don't really want to go stalk her Facebook or Instagram profile. So I would probably take out the mom part and just kind of clean it up a little bit. But, overall, I'd say it's like 70-80% good. You just want to make sure it doesn't overuse the emojis too. Okay, now our last one. Based on Ashley's values, what emotional objections might she have to buying a $47 top online? Write a short caption that gently overcomes them. So we just talked about how Stephanie had that customer that said that the $35 top was too expensive. So let's see what this says. Okay. So here's some emotional objections Ashley might have about buying. And $47 is kind of on the high end, but I just sold, I think, a $52 top and a $72 top to the same person a couple days ago, which surprised me because those are higher price points than I would typically sell. So, I mean, that person obviously really liked those two tops, right? So people are going to spend money and spend that kind of money on things that kind of hit the right emotions. So let's see. Our customer, since we're building it upon Ashley's like persona, I shouldn't spend this on myself. She always puts others first. Okay, yeah, that's pretty common. What if it doesn't fit right? Okay, that's a very good point. I want to look pretty, but I don't want to look like I'm trying too hard. I don't want to regret it later. Okay, very interesting. So this is when you are posting on social media. So you're posting a top. So let's say you went and you found a top on your website and it's $47 and you're going to do a social media post with that top. You can put this in there as your caption. It's okay to buy something just because it makes you feel good. This isn't just a $47 top. It's a reminder you're allowed to feel soft, pretty, and pulled together, even on the busiest days. It's flattering without trying too hard, comfortable without sacrificing style. And if it's been a while since something made you feel like you again, that's reason enough. Okay, that's a caption. I could say, give me a few more, which I do quite often. Caption, options that speak to Ashley's emotional objections. Also, what about the price? I'm just going to see what it says here. Oh, this is a good one. So see, now it's giving me different things that she might say. For the mom who never shops for herself, for the mom who questions the price, for the practical comfort first mindset, for the I don't want to look like I'm trying too hard feeling. You're not trying to be 22 again. You're just trying to feel like you. This top brings subtle confidence, the kind that doesn't shout but still turns heads, easy, flattering, and quietly beautiful, just like you. Wow. Imagine your customer reading that. They're going to feel like you're just talking straight to them. So on the price, 47 can feel like a lot when you're used to putting yourself last. But if one piece makes you feel prettier, more confident, and more you every time you put it on, is it really too much? You deserve clothes that make you feel like you're not just surviving the day, you're showing up in it. So those are good. So basically you can just keep prompting it. And if you don't like what it's giving you, just ask it for some more, ask it to hit some different emotions. And so that's how you can use AI. So basically you want to initially, you've got to know who your customer is. If you're getting stuff that feels like it's all wrong, go back, start with your customer again. Say, okay, let's try a different customer. and give it a different name and give it different information, like choose a different age, um, tell it, maybe something different about that customer so that it gives you some completely different information. So this is going to help you, as you saw, it will help you speak emotionally to your customers. And when I first started, I had absolutely no idea how important copy really is. And it's copy, your words that you're using. And I don't know if you've seen people talk about that, but the words are so important. And when you think about marketing in general, if you're thinking about the words that they're saying, like I can sit and watch TV, and when commercials come on, I'm like, oh, they're trying to do this. They're trying to make you feel that. They're trying to, you start like recognizing it. And so that's what you're doing is you're hitting in this training, you're hitting on their emotions instead of, hey, here's my top, buy it. Or glossing over the surface, you're really going to start hitting their actual emotions. And it may take a while, and you may not have, a lot of eyeballs on it right now, but you should start to see a trend as you use AI to come up with the copy. You should start to see a trend in their responses to you. So maybe you start seeing more engagement. Maybe you start getting more clicks on your emails. It may be something small initially, but there you start to build that relationship. And so you're going to start selling more because they're going to say, okay, this isn't a person that's just trying to sell me stuff. You're actually hitting on emotions that they're having when they're looking. So here's the thing that I want you to think about. If you're starting to use AI right now, I don't want to say very few, the bigger businesses, they're all using it now. And I'm not just meaning like the kind that's built into things. Like I know Shopify has some built-in tools and things like that. Those scratch the surface. I feel like a lot of apps, they just put AI in there. And my husband and I joke about this. They add like a little AI component, and that way they can say that they use AI. But it's really not doing anything, and it's really not adding a lot of value. So what you're doing when you're using ChatGPT and you're creating this buyer persona is you're getting custom, right? You're not just getting whatever it kicks out in the Shopify product description thing. If you click the little AI button, you can feed it your customer information. So this is going to be a lot better than using what's in Shopify or what's already built into something. Does that make sense? And what I use it for even is when I get DMs, I will actually paste the DM or the comment into ChatGPT and have it kick out a response for me. So if someone is responding, let's say someone comments or someone sends you a DM, you can make sure that you copy the thing right before it and then select the thing right before it and then whatever they put, and you can paste it in there. And I'll do some more trainings on that later, but you can actually get AI's help. And it can even say, like, I'll post it in there and it'll say, oh, she's feeling this way. We need to make her feel this way. And it'll help you because it can understand based on the language, the words, the order of the words. It can understand how they're feeling. It's crazy. And so just start working with this as a base, and you'll see that you'll start to kind of hit emotions that other people aren't hitting that aren't doing this. So here's the exciting news is I'm moving Dropship Academy into a cutting edge, powered by AI academy. So everybody that's in Dropship Academy is getting moved over to AI Seller Academy. And so this is going to be, everything going forward is going to have some sort of AI component because I want us to be cutting edge. I don't want to keep doing things the way that we've always done them. I want to get ahead of the game, and I want to make sure that the ladies, the people that are working with me, are at the forefront, not at the tail end. And so I'm going to be doing trainings and workshops and giving prompts, and we're going to do all kinds of stuff with AI. And so we're calling it AI Seller Academy because it's not just going to be based on drop shipping, it's going to include the full gamut of sales online, selling anything online, whether it's digital products or products you have on hand or drop ship products. So that's the exciting news today. And so if you're in Dropship Academy, you're now in the AI Seller Academy. So, but I want to point out one thing is that the playbook is something separate because that takes additional time and resources. And so that's something that I'm hand building every single week. So the playbook is still going to be a separate thing. It's your weekly thing. It's not your sales system. It's more of a like a weekly, hey, here's the weekly thing. We're going to keep you in line. It's going to have a little bit of an AI prompt thrown in there now. We're going to do like, I think it's got 3 or 4 sections. And so each section, I'm going to do some sort of light prompt in there to keep it AI friendly and to keep you growing with AI. So that's what the playbook is, because I know a lot of people are like, how is that different? And so that's how it's different. It's not the system, it's the weekly, like, okay, let's stay on track thing. So today I'm offering, I don't do this, I do this every so often, but right now, just for you guys that are watching this, I know a lot of ladies said they were going to be watching the replay. $249 for 6 months of AI Seller Academy. Now, if you're in Dropship Academy, you're already in it, but if you want to extend it, you're welcome to do that at that price. I've got ladies paid through like next June that have done this. And I put together a VIP thing for $497. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to have links for everybody. And what that is it's the 6-month AI Seller Academy, the 6-month playbook, and I'm throwing in a 60-minute coaching call. My hourly rate is $399 an hour. So that's $1,000 value. And I'm also throwing in these. I'm going to do a giveaway of a boutique audit, and I've got a prompt pack and a cheat sheet that I'm giving if you get in or extend in the next 48 hours. So I want you to think about, now, the fact that you're already here means you're different. I can just tell you that because a lot of people, like I told you the story in the beginning, the lady that gave up a week after starting. So I just want you to know that if you're here, I understand that you're taking it seriously and you're different. So I want you to just think about this. And when you're thinking about your business, we want you to stand out. Yes, there are lots of boutiques out there. No, they're not using AI to grow their business. That is what we are going to do. I want the ladies and some men that I work with to be ahead of the game. And so that's what we're doing. We're going to start using AI to basically pour gasoline on everything that we're doing so that we can be ahead of the game. So this is just a synopsis of what we've been talking about. And I've got the prompts in there. Let's see. I've got a document that I created that's got the prompts and it's got the links for everything that I've thrown in the chat. So if you want a copy of that, it's Google Doc. I'll throw it in there again. And does anyone have any questions about the prompts or AI or how we're going to do things going forward that I can help with? And real quick, this is the Google Doc So it's got all the prompts in there. Just remember that you want to change up your customer right here. Make sure that you change up the age and the values or whatever you want to put in there. And then down here is all the information on everything else and what we're going to be doing going forward. And that's it. That's all I got, guys. So if anyone wants to watch the replay, I'm going to have a copy of that. I'll put it on Vimeo and I'll email that out to everyone that enrolled. So just watch your email and I'll send that out later today. All right. I will talk to you later. And Catherine or Susie, I will